You see this thing right here? This thing is freaking beautiful, man. Chances are if you clicked on this video when you were a kid, you either had or wanted one of the toys modeled after it. This, of course, is the Omnitrix. Whether you just watched it when you were a kid or you're a huge fan, I'm going to make a bold claim and say there's some things in this video that I'm going to say about it that you may not know. And before I jump in, I wanted to preface, this is going to be an ultimate guide to the Omnitrix. However, this is just the classic series Omnitrix, otherwise known as the pre-calibrated prototype Omnitrix. I wanted to make that clear before you click on the video, but it's kind of hard to put that in the title because it's kind of long. This is going to be for two main reasons. One being that the facts kind of change depending on the series and the watch. The other being that I actually haven't finished all of the shows, and this is the one that I know best. So if you guys end up liking this video and you want to see more, leave a comment down below and I'll do the Alien Force Omnitrix. So we're going to cover some history, function, facts, and errors. So the Omnitrix was created by Azimuth, Myax, and the use of several other Galvans. Azimuth's goal when making the Omnitrix was to establish peace among the universe. Myax actually collected the DNA samples, including Ghost Freaks. So the very first time we see the Omnitrix on screen in any Ben 10 media is when Xylene is transporting it and is attacked by Vilgax. Knowing her chances weren't looking so good, she tried to send the Omnitrix to Max Tennyson. The pod veered off course a little bit, and as we know, Ben finds it. The reason it jumps onto his wrist in the very first episode is because it recognizes the Tennyson DNA. It's actually pretty interesting how the Omnitrix was a rumor in the galaxy until season 2, episode 5, when Ben became a gladiator.
The Omnitrix really does exist.
He's wearing the Omnitrix!
It does exist!
So as far as the classic Omnitrix goes, we have several different modes. We have the standard, or otherwise known as active mode, when the Omnitrix is green. It uses Omni energy to merge the user's DNA with that of another alien. The user presses the button and the ring pops up, allowing the user to select their desired transformation. In this series, we see a lot of accidental/wrong transformations, which I think are always funny to see.
Watch didn't let you change into what you wanted it to, did it?
Shut up!
However, in the classic series, we never get an actual explanation as to why this happens. Aliens can be unlocked with codes like Way Big and Upchuck, but they can also appear randomly too, like Cannonball and Wildvine. The Omnitrix has a timer of 10 minutes before the user reverts to their original form. However, this is impossible to show in real time as the episodes are only 20 minutes. The reason the user has to revert to their original form is to prevent any damage or permanent DNA merging. One thing that I think isn't talked about enough is the defense mechanisms built into the Omnitrix. Should the user be attacked, the Omnitrix can switch from charging to active mode instantly. We saw this a couple times in the classic series. Both Vilgax and Kevin tried to remove the Omnitrix, and when Zscair tried to merge with Ben. The watch can't be removed by any normal means. There are devices that aim to do so, like in Season 2, Episode 13, Back with a Vengeance. Also in Season 4, Episode 2, Perfect Day, the Forever Knights try to remove it with their technology. When the Omnitrix is removed from Ben, he describes it as ripping a really sticky band-aid off a sunburn. We also have Capture Mode. This is a mechanism that downloads a new alien into the watch's catalog of existing aliens. In the classic series, we only saw this feature when an alien came into direct contact with the Omnitrix. For example, when the Yanodushi scratched the Omnitrix, or when the mummy grabbed the watch. We also have Self-Destruct Mode, where the Omnitrix energy charges up as it counts down to a universe-shattering explosion. If the Omnitrix is in Self-Destruct Mode and the user transforms, this can speed up the countdown. It also periodically creates energy bursts that throw the user through the air. And I guess I'll explain it now since it's technically the same Omnitrix, but in the beginning of Alien Force, we see Calibration Mode. The Omnitrix appears to be blue and then transformed to a new and updated version of the Omnitrix. And probably my favorite mode from the classic series would be Master Control. Master Control is awesome because it removes a lot of limitations for the user. The user can go from alien to alien without having to revert to their regular form. Also, there's no limiter, so they can stay an alien as long as they like. This is made for some of the best Ben 10 episodes. In the classic series, Master Control is unlocked when Ben twists the dial, entering the perfect command combination. When the user has Master Control, all they have to do is think of the alien they want to be, and then they will transform. And last but not least, we have the Alien Hybrids function. This is one of the most notable ones, as a lot of artists have fun with it, and it spawned the DNA Lab. This was introduced in Season 2, Episode 12, when Ben accidentally knocked the faceplate off the Omnitrix. This would then cause the Omnitrix to merge different alien DNA samples. Now let's move over to my favorite part, which is going to be some of the facts about it. You probably know some of them, but I'd be willing to bet there's some of them that will probably surprise you. The Omnitrix would use molecules of the user's clothes to make clothing for the alien forms. The green glow that we see on the Omnitrix is because of the unique DNA energy signal. The transformation sequences in the show are actually happening in an instant. What we see is considered to be somewhat of a slow-mo version. Vilgax is considered to be a master of the Omnitrix, as he can time out the user and even know some codes for it.
That should stop it from activating for a while.
As Ben gets older, the Omnitrix transforms and grants him more access. As seen in Secret of the Omnitrix can be virtually deconstructed by Petropian technology. One that I didn't know but I really love is that Azimuth has been seeing all of Ben's adventures through the summer with secret devices that are on the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix can be tracked when in use, but it also can be tracked in Self-Destruct Mode. The Omnitrix also has a homing device that can be used to light up a meteor field that leads to Xenon. There's a lot of times in this show where Ben can't transform for what seems like no reason. We see this in a season 1 episode where Ben's slamming down on the Omnitrix and it's not going down. He then slams the Omnitrix against a wood post, and he stays gray matter for way more than 10 minutes. In the season 3 episode titled Ben Wolf, there's a part where Ben slams down the Omnitrix and he doesn't transform. This is later revealed as interference from the Yenodushi's teleportation. So that is everything I have for the classic series Omnitrix. If you guys like these videos, let me know down below and I'll make a video for each Omnitrix from each series. Thanks for watching.